James White. Let's get it. Woo, Brother White, Brother White, Brother White. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, I'm not sure why you said my name 3 times, but that you're right. I think this is one of those moments
Yeah.
where we all have got to pay attention. You know, we've witnessed something, and we're currently having this conversation, but it's a conversation that organizations, for-profit companies, non-profit companies have been having for a while. But what we've had a chance to see is the reality of what happens when there's a lack of understanding of diversity, equity, inclusion.
Come on now.
So when you don't understand that, you really miss the most important story. So we missed the story of one of the most important women's basketball games in history. 9.9 million viewers. We missed the coaching genius of Kim Mulkey. Now, we certainly didn't miss her style, but she's going to let us miss her style.
That's right.
No.
But what happened is that we all of a sudden now have to understand what Tony Yayo, really, who was the originator of a sign that wrestler John Cena made popular. What we don't know, John Cena, who wanted to sort of co-opt hip-hop, had a song, that sign that Caitlin Clark held up. And the song is, "Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. It's the franchise, boy. I'm shining now. You can't see me. My time is now." Now listen,
Come on,
Caitlin Clark is a basketball player with extraordinary abilities from the University of Iowa. And listen, she's been throwing up that sign that my time is now for all season long.
Yeah.
But with 10 seconds left, 20-year-old Angel Reese decided to remind 21-year-old Caitlin Clark, hey, her time is now. What we got to understand is that all too often we miss that there's some history lessons in culture that we need to be reminded of. And we have forgotten the reality that there's a deep intersection between race, gender, and class. How could the sports world erupt with such anger towards a 20-year-old for being an intense athlete?
Right.
Are we still looking for the great white hope? Are we still bothered by black excellence? Now, I know we want to be colorblind, but did we champion Iowa maybe in our bias because Iowa is the 6th whitest state in the country? Are we somehow forgetting the fact that we're dealing with a narrative that has existed for a while? But I'm glad that Caitlin Clark didn't slip into the historical narrative of being the white woman that is so fragile that she's got to be protected. She didn't allow that narrative that caused Emmett Till to die and many other black people to be lynched. And yes, we often omit the fact that black women were lynched as well. Maybe we need to pay attention to the words of probably one of the most famous trash talkers of all time. He wrote a poem and said it this way: "The face of truth is open, the eyes of truth are bright, the lips of truth are ever closed, the head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward, the glaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt, and truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching, the voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple, all that you sow you reap. The soul of truth is flaming, the heart of truth is warm, the mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are but its shadows, and truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle in life, truth in the end shall win. And the image of truth is Christ, wisdom's message is rod. Sign of truth is the cross, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal, immortal is its past. The power of truth will endure, and truth shall hold to the last."
Wow.
I'm so glad that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese reminded us of the words that Muhammad Ali made clear about truth. And both of them are now living the truth. And Caitlin, thank you that you will not be the victim of white fragility, because all too often in this space of diversity, equity, inclusion, white women have been the victim and have moved forward. And yes, Angel Reese, you live your story story for the next generation, because we all know there's always more to the story.